guys, I thought I would just pop on here today because there's been a question about how to set up a protocol for daily or every other day, some sort of protocol for phone calls or FaceTimes for your child to have with your ex. And what I want to tell you is there isn't any set protocol. You get to decide what the protocol is going to be. Now, not a problem, right? We can all decide what would be a very age-appropriate, child-centered protocol. If the child is young, maybe it's going to be a very short call and it's going to be every 2 or 3 days. They may not want to speak every day. If the child's older, maybe they do want to speak to the other parent every day. You get to decide what it's going to be. Sounds easy, right? Well, I think the problem that you guys are encountering is the idea that your ex may be upset or disappointed if you propose a protocol going forward. And what I'm going to tell you is that's okay. It's not your job to keep your ex happy or to walk on eggshells. It's okay if your ex is disappointed. He or she can get over it. He or she is in control and in charge of his or her own feelings. So I'm going to show you how this works using a model. And for those of you who haven't seen a model before, this is a coaching tool that I use. It has 5 components to it. The top line of the model is the circumstance line. And these are just the facts of the problem. Okay, so it's something that your ex has said or something that your ex has done. For any circumstance, you're going to have a variety of thoughts about it. I want you to pick one thought to put in the model so we can see how that thought, if we give it lots of airtime in our brain, is influencing the results for you. Because that thought that you have creates a feeling inside of you. That's just like an emotional vibration. And it matters so much how you feel because you take action from the way that you're feeling. So if you're feeling angry, you're going to take action and behave from that place when it comes to communicating with your ex and being with your kids. If you're feeling victimized, that is the kind of energy and behavior that you're going to have, that you're going to take when you're in the presence of your kids and when you're dealing with your ex. So the feeling that I'm always striving to have intentionally when communicating with an ex is one of calm, confidence, conviction. So let's look at a potential model here. So the circumstance. Let's say your ex texts you or emails you and says every day and wants to FaceTime your daughter every night. This just happened to a client of mine if you're in the Facebook group and you know. So that is just a circumstance. It's a sentence that has been communicated to you from your ex. All circumstances are completely neutral. They're neither good or bad until you have a thought about it. And this is where you have some agency and control. The unmanaged mind is going to have all sorts of thoughts about these circumstances that's going to generate a lot of suffering unnecessarily for you. So one of the thoughts that you may have, and I'm sure you have lots of it if your ex is constantly texting or calling and wanting to FaceTime their child at night, is he is so controlling. So now check in with yourself, and when you think that thought, how does it make you feel? It might make you feel really pissed off. It might make you feel angry. It might make you feel victimized. And I think for a lot of you, it makes you feel frustrated. Oh my God, here he goes again. He's so controlling. So what action do you take from that place of frustration? Well, frustration is kind of an interesting emotion because you tend to do nothing. You do nothing productive and forward from a feeling of frustration. So you might avoid the phone calls, you might turn your phone off, you might avoid talking to your ex, responding to the email. Or you may try to placate your ex and have your daughter take the phone call so that you don't actually have to deal with making a protocol. And you won't make a protocol from a place of frustration. You'll also probably complain, you'll call Stacey, you'll post in the Facebook group. The point is, when you have this thought prevailing in your head, just because he asked for something, he made a request for a FaceTime call, no big deal, but you make it mean he's so controlling. I want you to see the cascade that occurs in your body, and in essence, you actually try to control the situation by trying to manage your ex's feelings, which is truly outside of your control. Let's look at another way we can think about this neutral circumstance. So your ex texts you every night and said, is she ready for a FaceTime yet? Neutral circumstance. It's just the sentence that he communicated to you. Now, one of the thoughts you might want to give some airtime to, at least equal to he's so controlling, is I can create a child-centered solution to this. And from there, you're going to feel a lot more calm and confident. I can figure this out. I can figure out a protocol that works for me and my daughter and my household. When you're feeling calm and confident, you will always take the right action. You will set up a protocol, you will put it forward, and you will not try to micromanage your ex's feelings about your protocol. However your ex feels about what you put forward, as long as it's child-centered, is on him or her. It's actually not in your lane and not your problem. And the result is that you are actually in control of your own emotions, your own thoughts, and your own home.